Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video. Now I know my reaction to the worldwide campaign announcement is a day or two late, but I finally got some time to actually do it. I have watched the announcement already. I know that we are indeed getting a Carnival LR Broly and also a Dokkan Fest Super Saiyan Goku, Gohan and Trunks. But I still wanted to make the video regardless, even though it's a little bit late, giving you my reaction, giving you my 2 cents on this video we got. Now I'm just gonna let it play from here for a little bit. We already knew, of course, it was already kind of revealed to us that we were gonna get Broly in this celebration. We just didn't know what the overall theme was gonna be. You know, I speculated movies and went for part 2 potentially being BoJack, but also mentioned I didn't mind if it was dual Brolys in any capacity. Then it was shown the campaign theme for this year's Worldwide was going to be Broly itself, as says here the Broly featured in the Dragon Ball Z movies. It's already been confirmed even before this that we were getting Broly for part 1 of Worldwide, and from the mini clips we got, it was going to be Broly from movie number 8, which is his first movie. Cool. Then this little graphic shows from the next two films, it shows Broly's second coming and also Bio Broly. Now, part 2 could either be Broly Second Coming or Broly from Broly Second Coming or Bio Broly. However, I'm leaning more towards them potentially doing Bio Broly just because Broly from Broly Second Coming is very, very similar apart from some very minute details. And unless they make him a standalone LRSSJ Broly or Legendary Super Saiyan Broly, sorry, the two names are going to conflict and they're going to contrast between these two units and they're going to be the exact same. However, from the most likely EZAs we're going to get as well, the names could also conflict and there's just going to be loads of Brolys sharing the exact same name who can't link together. One or two isn't too bad because you can separate them with like a unit or two between rotations and slot 3, etc. But that many, it's going to conflict. So I think part 1 Broly is going to take from here, from the majority, maybe dip into this, or maybe there's going to be some units around the second Broly film. And then part 2 is going to have a Dokkan Fest Bio Broly. Now, I know everyone's initial reaction to this was like, that's arse, that's not hype. And I know Bio Broly isn't the hypest of characters, and I've said this when I was going through, talking about potentially seeing BoJack for part 2. However, I didn't mind if they went for dual Brolys, which that includes Bio Broly. And if they go for Bio Broly, and I still stand by what I said, as long as they make him really, really good, especially for an extreme unit, and just make him sick, along with like good animations, people will still summon for him. Because number one, you want him to be one of the best LRs in the game. That immediately kind of almost counteracts and combats the whole Bio Broly isn't hype. If he's just that good in the game, people are going to want to summon for him. Not only that as well, he's going to share characters with part 1 Broly. I'm just going to let this play out as well. He will share categories and links and probably work well with Broly from part 1, along with the EZAs that are coming with him. So I really don't mind if part 2 is going to be Bio Broly, as long as he's good and the animations are good and they make him one of the best LRs in the game. And then, as I said, just works well with part 1 Broly and any of the EZAs we get and the categories that they're going to be buffing. This is the next thing I wanted to talk about, the Step Up Celebration Summon tickets, which of course we're getting through missions, just through playing the game. Can never complain about free summons. As says here, 1 round only, guaranteed to recruit 1 potential LR. You go from super class units to extreme class units, back to super to extreme, and then the final multi, you get 1 guaranteed LR featured. Of course, you can get some more along the way, like a typical step up banner. But of course, this is the free version, so it's only going to have so many good units properly on the banner, but getting a guaranteed LR basically for free and just playing the game through tickets is always going to be a good thing. We can already tell from the banner that LR-wise, Bulma, Ribrianne, and also the Tree of Might Goku is already going to be featured, so you can kind of probably make your guesses what kind of LRs are going to be featured on the banner by the time you do get to the final step. Not only that as well, we've got units that have dropped throughout the year, which I know these are side banner units and only a few have like actual, you know, usage out of them. However, this Trunks only came out a couple months ago, and I don't think he's too bad. We have Evil Boo, we have this Gotenks, and then the biggest one being this movie boss Frieza here, which of course works really well with movie bosses, works really well with the 9th anniversary LR Broly, and then not only that as well, also super bosses could probably work somewhat well with the new Brolys that are coming now. So in terms of what's featured on this banner, if you've been skipping or just not had a lot of stones, or not decided to sink all your money into this game with your wallet with how many banners we've had recently, this is a good way to pick up some units you're probably missing with the amount of summoning that's been going on recently, with the amount of banners they're dropping. Then after this, we then also got the co-op campaign, and then they decided to go into the illustrations and what we were going to get, which of course the Dokkan Fest, which I think is the biggest news obviously from this. The biggest news is the Dokkan Fest is confirmed to be an LRSSJ Goku, Gohan, and also Trunks. Everyone knew we were going to get some type of SSJ Goku from this celebration just because that's what happened in the movie. However, I think probably 95%, if not more of us, thought that Broly, at least especially from the reveal, and also it just kind of made sense. We all thought that the Broly was going to be the Dokkan Fest. Again, especially through the like little reveal where it was shown that Broly was going to be in part 1 for Worldwide. As I said, I think 95% or even more believe that Broly was going to be the Dokkan Fest for the celebration. However, it's Goku, Trunks, and Gohan. And because of the way the name's put, there's no slash or anything like that. This isn't a standby. This is an active skill. I think if it was a standby, if I remember rightly, you have the slashes between and then it'll say slash Super Saiyan Goku. But I'm pretty sure this is an active skill unit and you'll go from the trio, which, I mean, it's a one-of-a-kind unit. So they should probably work well with the SSJ trio. I've already seen people talk about the names of this, which they've ended up combining all 3 characters' names together. I'm probably just going to stick to SSJ Goku, Gohan, and Trunks. Or maybe SSJ GGT if you want. I don't know. And then use the active skill, which will go into Super Saiyan Goku. And then more than likely, you can even tell by the way the card art looks, he's going to do the absolute wonder bang that basically fireworks and nukes Broly straight to the chest, which I'm completely fine with. I speculated that coming. And then he is also Fizz, and then there should be a new mechanic, I'm pretty sure, coming with this unit as well. Highly likely that is to do with orbs, which I can't lie, the animations for these units look really nice. I mean, it's just a simple effect, but I really like it a lot. I really like it a lot. Even the Super Saiyan aura is here as well. And then this is the big one, which I'm actually really excited for the Broly. But why they made him the Carnival unit, I don't know why. It just doesn't make sense. Number one, again, from like the mini reveal we got where it was shown that Broly was going to be in part 1 of Worldwide this year, it just made sense for them to be like, here's a teaser for the Dokkan Fest, but they've teased the Carnival LR instead. Which is kind of annoying. Now, I know on the surface that doesn't really make much of a difference, but it kind of does. Number 2, it would have been nice because then it helps extreme units. The kind of go-to priority premium units in the game are always going to be Dokkan Fest, just because they are more bang for your buck. They're more worth your while, whether you're a free-to-play player, whether you're a paid-for player, but especially if you're a free-to-play player and you have limited resources. So it would have been nice to make Broly the Dokkan Fest, and again, especially extreme units need that help, need that buff, need that pick-me-up, and then having a major one, we don't know the details yet, right? But let's just say he's sick, which I really hope he is, regardless. If he's the Dokkan Fest, as I said, free-to-play players, and even the majority of players, even if you do spend money on the game, you're going to be summoning on Dokkan Fest banners, which means you're also stacking up red coins, which means when he eventually comes back, if he was a Dokkan Fest, you could have eventually picked him up. Whereas you're less likely to put your resources into yellow coin banners, or in this case, Carnival LR banners. So them teal coins are going to slowly build up over time, and unless you manage to luckily pull him through the odd occasion, again, especially as a free-to-play player, you may summon on a Carnival LR banner, then you may take a while to actually get him. So it's really annoying they've decided to do that, I can't lie. I really wish he was the Dokkan Fest, and again, it would have really have helped extreme units because they've been mudded for years. One positive though, one thing I really do like is, number one, the card arts look great. Number 2, it's a transforming Broly. However, it's not a transforming SSJ Broly, it's a base Broly that transforms into Legendary Super Saiyan, which I love. As I said, I love the animations. This looks sick. And I love the fact not only does the effect on this look sick, but then also he goes from base transforming into Super Saiyan. And I just love how Broly's got a unique Super Saiyan look. So I love the card arts on this. As I said, the main thing is it's a base Broly. So he's going to link with the Tech LR if he eventually gets an Easy A, which is looking highly likely for Celebration. It just makes sense. He's going to, of course, link with a friend one pre-transformation with a transformed Legendary Super Saiyan Broly. And he can also link with standalone Legendary Super Saiyan Brolys as well. So the fact he starts in just base as a Broly is huge and a big, big win. So while Broly may not be a Dokkan Fest, the naming, huge win, because he'll link, as I said, with a friend one, the Easy A's, and also, as I said, from SSJ Broly to Legendary Super Saiyan Broly to the friend Broly as well. So I'm a big fan of that, and again, as I said, the card arts just look so good. They look so, so good. And I'm pretty sure that was everything from this. Yeah, that was everything from this. So as I said, overall, I'm very excited for Worldwide. I really want this Broly's. I really do. Broly's always a hype unit. Again, I love the card arts. As I said, I love the way this one transforms into Super Saiyan on the card art. Love the effects on this. The card arts look great on both, especially Broly. I hope the animations are sick for both. I hope both units are amazing, obviously. I just really wish Broly was the Dokkan Fest, just like everyone else. It just would have made so much more sense. But I'm also interested to see what this new mechanic is. And I'm really intrigued, a bit more than the Goku, Gohan, and Trunks, to see what Broly does. Because I said I really want him to be good. And then having him in base, as I said, so he can actually link to a friend Broly when they're transformed. The Easy A's, which range from an SSJ Broly to a Legendary Super Saiyan Broly. Big, big help. Because it means you can fit all of these units into one team. So Movie Bosses is going to get probably a massive buff from this celebration. And again, there's more units to come. Which part 2 is also going to be Broly themed. Which also counts to, you know, Movie Bosses. Not only that, that also means Planetary Destruction is going to get a massive buff. Because of all the Broly units. And again, part 2 fits that as well. So far, so good. As I said, just the biggest L so far is just Broly isn't the Dokkan Fest, and he's the Carnival LR. But let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Again, apologies, it's late. Finally got the time to actually do this. But I'll see you in the next video, guys. Take care, have a great day, and peace.